welcome to Trust Your Glitter podcast. This is Christy. I am here with a bonus podcast for writing prompts for the Libra annular solar eclipse. I was going through journal entries regarding writing prompts, and I actually was looking at the Leo new moon writing prompts, and I felt like they were super connected to this Libra annular solar eclipse. And if we look back to August, we were working deeply with Venus in the sign of Leo. And with that August 16th new moon, we also were kind of really entrenched in this Venus story, taking back our power, finding our inner voice, our strength, self-expression. So when I was looking at the writing prompts regarding, our heart chakra, I was also applying them to this Libra annular solar eclipse, which is about our relationships, be it, friendships, all partnerships in our lives, business partnerships, and of course, romantic relationships. So I actually applied the writing prompts from the 16th of August to this annular eclipse using the 5 W's, who, what, when, where, why, and how, or 5 W's and H. And I just did this, and I thought it might be helpful. So I started with the same questions. So if you go back to I think the podcast came out mid-August. The writing prompts are out. They're on my YouTube as well. But the first question is, for who represents love to you? So the first writing prompt question for this Libra new moon annular solar eclipse, you don't have to write it down. This can definitely be for like ASMR meditative purposes. Who represents love to you? The second question is, what happened? What was the story of this connection? So it could be a romantic partner, it could be a family member, it could be whoever's coming up, because the eclipse is going to bubble things up. And with Mars now in the sign of Scorpio, we are having some stuff rise to the surface. Pluto is direct now in the sign of Capricorn. This means a lot of those really deeply gunky emotional stuff, that stuff that maybe has been stuck in our psyche, is actually coming, it's moving forward. So what happened with that? Really, what is the overall lesson here? The third question is when? What's the time? When were the time frames of this? When did this stand out in your life? Was it recent? Was it something in your past? When did this happen in your life? The fourth question is, where were you? Where were you located physically? And it could also be where were you emotionally as well? So where were you during this time, during this relationship? The fifth question is why? And that can be an open question for you. So why was this love for you in your life? So why was this partnership in your life? Why was this something you were connected, attracted to? Is this something that you were bound to? This is a parent or, again, somebody in your extended family. Why was this going down? And lastly, number 6, how? How did or does it feel? How did this love, or how does this love, partnership, friendship, connection feel for you? So these are the writing prompts for the Libra new moon annular solar eclipse. And thank you for listening to Trust Your Glitter. It's really good to be back on this podcast more consistently. And I will be kind of dropping in, doing little things along the way. And I really hope you have a great eclipse. This is going to be a very powerful energy. it is still an energy that is going to bring forward manifestations. Even though online, a lot of astrologers are saying, don't do any magic with this eclipse, I view it as the eclipses themselves are the magic. The eclipses themselves, in this particular case, this is a new moon, so the energy is very much going inward. And because we've been, I'm sure in the last 24 hours, if you haven't been feeling really tired or exhausted, this is going to be kind of a more really wanting to lay around and rest and decompress type energy. So trust that energy for yourself as well, and have a great, great lunar cycle.